Our next presenter is Deb, talking quickly about contest roles. Don't forget your notes.
Yay, Deb!
If you want to so you know which roles you're talking about in the contest. We didn't add any other slides. It's all.
Oh, we didn't.
That's why I told you to remember your notes. Yep.
Contest information. The roles. Your area directors may ask you, would you like to be a contest chair? Does anybody know what that means? Contest chair. Bonnie Ann.
Contest chair is the person who does the work of organizing the contest.
The entire contest.
They look for the judges, they look for every role that you're going to be explaining.
That is correct. The next thing is you want to make sure you have contestants, because otherwise if you don't have contestants, you don't have a contest. And like he said, there's a lot of people like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. He actually convinced me to do it, and I had no idea what I was up against.
He came in second.
Yeah. I did the evaluation contest. It was a lot of fun, and I actually got to evaluate Bonnie Ann. And I didn't even know Bonnie Ann at that point, which was probably good. All right. After you've gotten your contest chair, and you know you've got contestants, the next thing you want to do is pick your chief judge. Because your chief judge is they are going to try and get all the judges. And I won't say the hardest job, but it's the most challenging. Most challenging is better than saying, oh, it's just too hard, I can't do this. Challenging in the way of when you have winners from certain areas and it can get very conflicting, especially if you have someone like Keith that's in 4 clubs. It gets a little nerve-wracking. After you've gotten your chief judge, you want to make sure you have a Toastmaster. Has anybody ever been a Toastmaster for a contest at all? Okay. That's the only thing I haven't done has been Toastmaster. And it's as well a very, very good spot to be in. Toastmaster, you learn a lot. It's a lot different than being in just your regular meetings. It's a lot of fun to do. Then the next thing you want to do is get your timers, and you need 2 timers. One to do the writing, and the other one to hold up the cards or run the lighting system. Because some people have those big, they look like traffic lights, and you want to be able to make sure you have the 2. Then you want to make sure you have ballot count. Ballot counters, and you need at least, depending on if you have 2 areas together, you probably want to have at least 4 ballot counters. Now, if it's only 1 area, you could probably get away with maybe 2. It's not as big. The next thing, a sergeant at arms, because you need somebody to be able to open and close your meeting. And sequester people for table topics out into the hallway. Is there anything I'm missing as far as roles?
People at registration desk.
Oh, and registration desk, because you want to make sure when people are coming in, there's not a bunch of chaos going on, that they can go ahead and take care of these 2 forms. All the contestants are going to need to fill out. Keep pushing the buttons, I'm sorry. Yeah, never mind. You can tell I'm not used to using the buttons. I'm not. My grandson could probably push the buttons better than I can. The 2 forms you would need at the registration table are a speech contest profile for all the contestants. Oh wait, contest winner. No, that's not it. Where's the other? The profile sheet. And the speaker eligibility list. Yes, I've been away from this for a little while, so I feel like I'm kind of relearning at this point. But it is also a good thing if you have these forms ahead of time to give them to your contestants. That way they're not rushing around trying to do them that day. If they can bring them already filled out, that's a plus for all of you, and you don't have to worry about it. Sometimes people will get them and, oh, I left it at home, so you make sure you have extras on hand. The eligibility form looks basically like.
They have it in front of them.
Do we have it?
They have it in front of them. Oh,
Okay,
speaker
that's the judges.
eligibility.
Yeah, speaker
You're right. It
eligibility.
looks very similar.
Yeah, it's very similar to the other one there. I think I've got your papers all and stuff here. It's all right.
What about refreshments?
And then the
Diane.
refreshments. You probably want to have somebody.
Diane is in charge of them.
Yeah, if anybody was at this past TLI, Diane Harris was amazing with arranging all the food that we had that day.
There was so much food.
There was so much food, and I'm not sure how she did it all, because she was getting information from me, and I told her, I didn't tell her as much information as all the work she did.
Mhm.
So she took the little bit I said and ran with it and was able to get a ton of food. But you want to try and find somebody that, like Diane, that will be able to manage and arrange all that food. Now you're probably saying, oh my gosh, food, where do we get it? How do we start? What do we do? What you can do is that person that's in charge can either go to the clubs and ask for donations, other clubs, or I believe we have a possibility of doing a Sam's Club or a Walmart or Starbucks. Those are the places in town that you can sometimes get donations from. Anything else I'm reading that I need to do? Does anybody have any questions about the roles? Those are the roles that possibly you would be asked to do or to take on.
If you help at the registration desk or collect any forms as a chief judge, please make sure you keep and have all of them together,
Mhm.
and that at the end you give them to the area director that is in charge of that contest, because they have to give it to me so that I can keep track of who the members are and turn it into the organization.
Right.
So if you have an important job where you're collecting paperwork, make sure you have it all and that you hold on to it and who you gave it to, okay?
And it's usually good to have at least 2 people at the registration desk. So that way you have one person able to talk to people and the other one is arranging all the papers.
Who's in charge of reserving the location for the contest?
Oh, reserving the location is usually the contest chair.
And how far in advance?
Usually you want to start doing it at least, what's that? Sometimes you even want to go out at least 6 months. The libraries fill up so fast. Unless you are aware of a location other than the libraries, you sometimes get the fire stations. We've done that. We've been at Victoria's club house for USAA. Those are just some of the places. I know C21 now has this huge room that we did one back a few months ago. But the contests are twice a year, so you usually know right around the times. And the library's schedule usually comes out. They do it every 6 months.
They open it 6 months out.
So
Once a
6
month.
months out, so you should be able to go ahead and do that. Anything else? Any other questions about the roles? All right,